Live from Ball State University. News for the campus community and all of Delaware County. This is NewsLink Indiana.
Good evening and welcome to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Dea Hernandez.
And I'm Zach Huffman. We begin tonight with a controversial drawing that was found in the Ball Communications building by our partners at WCRD. Now, depicted on the image was an African American being lynched. The drawing was created on an interactive touchboard adjacent to Ball State's digital core labs. Ball State Student Government Association and Black Student Association have identified the sketch as racist.
The university's Vice President of Marketing and Communication released a statement on the university's behalf. BSA has informed the committee and released a statement last night saying that they were displeased with how the university did not inform the student body of the incident. They will convey later for further discuss on how the students and the university administration should further handle diversity.
All right, well, I tell you what, weather has been fluctuating so much. I mean, with those temperatures that were negative 30 degrees, yes. I tell you what, it felt like yesterday, 16 degrees, I could wear shorts.
It really did. And you know, I'm really tired of going back and forth. And please, David, tell us it's going to warm up.
Yeah, it's going to warm up briefly, but then it's going to probably get cold later on. We'll cover that later on, or a little later. But the more important story is the chances of snow this weekend and into early next week. I'm sure that's what a lot of you guys have heard a big buzz about. And actually right now we have a little band of snow pushing through the area. I actually stepped outside before the show and I didn't really see any snow falling, but that doesn't mean snow could be falling now or had fallen before I went out there. It's 30 degrees with a southwest wind at 9 miles per hour. It feels like 22, so the 30 degrees probably feels like you could put on a pair of shorts after what we saw Tuesday morning of negative 10. And the high today, 30 degrees, which is the current temperature, 14 when we woke up this morning. Both of those are about 4 to 5 degrees below average. And the record, 67 degrees, set in 2013, 1 year ago. Look at the difference 1 year makes. We didn't even get to half of what we saw last year. And coming up, above average temperatures, 2 winter storms, and another Arctic blast coming up. Stay tuned to see just when we can expect that.
Thank you, David. And Ball State will make the switch to fossil fuel after burning coal for 9 decades. The university is preparing to shut down its 4 coal-fired boilers used for heating, cooking, and laundry on campus. John Van, an associate professor of the marketing at BSU, says that the reduced soot, which causes lung problems, is among the health benefits that will result from the change. BSU President Joanne Gora was one of the 12 charter signatories of the 2006 commitment to eliminate campus greenhouse emissions.
Well, it's definitely been some of the talk of the town here at Ball State, but since 2008, Ball State University Dance Marathon is a campus-wide organization that raises money for Riley Hospital for Children. Tuesday night, the organization found out that they set up a new group record of registered dancers after surpassing 1,000 participants. BSU Dance Marathon Director of Media Relations, Zach Brown, said that with one of the goals met, the group is now focused on its efforts to raising more than $200,000. This year's marathon is set for Saturday, February 22nd in the Field and Sports Building.
And students had the opportunity to learn from the visiting lecturer today when Rachel Williams gave a workshop on flash fiction writing. NewsLink Jacob Burbrink has the story.
Dr. Rachel Williams taught the students that even with 8 minutes of time, you can create a story worth reading. During the workshop, she gave tips to the students on how to write flash fiction, a form of writing where you write a story in a short amount of time. Williams said that exercises like this are important because it allows you to remember.
Life is really busy and complicated, and it's really easy to forget, these moments that you have of clarity, especially after a few months. And so I think, just even having all of those things written down and returning to them at a later time when you really have time to sift through them is really important.
Mackenzie Fluharty said the tips William taught the group helped her with finding story ideas when she was feeling stuck.
It was really interesting to see how she came about learning how to do this, like taking a couple of words in a story and then building it into something more visual rather than relying solely on words, which I definitely struggle with.
One tip that Williams gave the students is to push through the distractions that come up.
All of you have this little monkey in your brain, okay? And that monkey's so interesting. It's so interested in who just texted me, what's going on Facebook. Did that person eat Indian food today? So you have this little monkey in your brain that's always trying to distract you, okay? So we're going to give that monkey something to do.
Dr. Williams came to campus as a part of the Department of English Marilyn K. Corey Lecture Series. The next speaker of the series is Ramsey Foez in April.
All right, well, coming up after the break, find out why the Super Bowl will be a little safer after today. That and more right here on NewsLink Indiana.
Rob, what's up? How's it going? Guys, this is my cousin Rob from Michigan.
What's up?
He's a teenager.
Hey, what's totally. All right. Oh, hey, you want to slow down? No. Really? Huh. Hey, you know what a beautiful animal is? A horse. A horse. Yeah. Beautiful mane. Unbelievable muscle tone. When it runs, it looks like poetry in motion. It's the most beautiful thing on earth. And sometimes when you feed a horse, its lips will tickle your hand. Just tickle it just a little bit. It makes me giggle sometimes. I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you don't slow down, I'm gonna bite into your head like an apple. And thanks, guys, for listening to my horse stories. I could talk about ponies all day long.
There's no place like home.
Getting home safely is just a click away. But making sure your child is in the right seat is just one of the steps down the road to safer travels.
I don't know how it works.
Find the right seat for your little one's age and size.
We know what you told us.
There's no better way to get home safely. Know for sure that your child is in the right seat. Get all the facts at safercar.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Separate raw meats from other foods by using different cutting boards. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
This is NewsLink Indiana.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. We begin once again with a very different story where 18 operators of a high-end escort service won't be delivering party packs of cocaine and prostitutes during this Sunday Super Bowl. New York authorities confirmed the operators were charged with drug and sex trafficking today. The ring targeted wealthy customers in New York for large events, whereas last week a text message was blasted to frequent customers saying that, quote, new and sexy and beautiful girls are in town waiting for you. Authorities say that last year alone, the ring made more than $3 million in credit card sales.
Maybe the right wing will hate you, but everyone else will go, aw. The adorable new Cheerios ad with biracial family. This tweet was linked to an article on MSNBC's website about the ad, which noted the outcry the ad caused when it aired the previous year. The tweet caught the attention of conservative columnist Michelle Mankin, who started a hashtag #MyRightWingFamily on Twitter and posted a picture of her children. On Thursday morning, Republican National Committee Chair Reince Priebus sent a letter of disapproval. It did not take long for MSNBC to comply, and by mid-afternoon, MSNBC President Phil Griffin had released a letter of apology in which he called the tweet offensive and wrong and said that the person responsible had been dismissed.
The mayor of the town that the Super Bowl is being held at was hosting a party he wasn't invited to until he received a surprise invitation this week. Mayor James Casella did not have tickets to the game until Jim Irsay. That's right, Jim Irsay, the owner of the Indianapolis Colts, offered him 2 tickets to the game after feeling bad about news reports that said Casella had not been invited. Casella says he finds it ironic he spent tens of thousands of dollars on Giants and Jets season tickets only to be invited by Jim Irsay of the Indianapolis Colts.
That's pretty interesting. Now time for a look at the headlines from around the area.
I'm Lindsay Ross. You picked your team for the Super Bowl, but have you picked the bar you will be going to? Flip open tomorrow's edition of the Ball State Daily News and read the bowl crawl. You will know which bars to tackle and which bars to avoid on Super Bowl Sunday. Saturday, men's basketball will be playing Northern Illinois at 2 p.m. Come support your Cardinals at home, but If your day is booked because of Saturday classes, then get on BSU Daily after the game to catch the ending score. Will you be heading to class bright and early on Saturday morning? The Daily News at Ball State will be spending their day checking to see how many students actually make their way to class for the final for a final tally and pictures. Look online at bsudaily.com. For these stories and more from NewsLink, WCRD, SportsLink, Ball Bearings, and the Daily News, go to bsudaily.com.
More of the military officers trusted with the country's nuclear missile complement may be guilty of cheating than the previous thought. The members of the Air Force Nuclear Force are tested on a monthly basis to ensure that they can properly care for and, if needed, launch the nation's missiles. Air Force Security Deborah Lee James says that 92 out of 50 nuclear force members have now been accused of cheating on the monthly test, up from an earlier report of just 17 officers. An Associated Press recently reported that the nuclear force suffers from a very low morale, which may lead to serious security breaches. James acknowledged that members of the force experience undue stress and fear.
Now, what happens if the most necessary element for the Winter Olympics is absent? CNN's Ivan Watson caught up with the man he calls, quote, the snow whisperer. Here's what he had to say to put everyone's worries to rest.
We're just over a week away from the opening of the Winter Olympics, and we're up here at the ski jump venue where workers are putting the final touches on the entire operation here. But take a look, there's not that much snow on the slopes. In fact, it's been raining lately, and the frost line is above the altitude of the ski jump itself. So we've come to speak with a snow specialist from Finland, Mikko Martikainen, who's consulting with the Russian Winter Olympics. What are you going to do if it's still this warm when the Olympics begin?
Yeah, so first of all, don't worry about the snow. Snow will be guaranteed.
Guaranteed?
Yeah.
Why?
Because the concept is based on 3 steps. First of all, backbone, ordinary snowmaking system. We will start...
Snow machines?
Snow machines, below 0 temperatures. We will start them next night again.
Okay.
And then, as a first backup, we have snow storages on the mountain. We transport snow.
And this is snow from last winter?
Last winter, yeah. Yes.
That you've been storing just in case the weather's warm?
Yeah. And then, third, we have an above 0 snowmaking system also over there. So you can make snow, even now it's working, up to plus 20.
So you can guarantee snow even if it's bathing suit weather here?
Definitely.
And there's some good news in the future from Mother Nature, right?
Yeah, so it starts to cool down now after the rain, and on Saturday it starts to cool very fast. So on night times, here -3, -5, what is for us good snowmaking, and daytime clear skies, perfect.
So there you go. We get a guarantee of snow from the Sochi Olympics official snow whisperer, if you have it that way. And also we can sense now the excitement building. The athletes are starting to arrive. The security measures certainly are getting more tight. And a little bit over a week from now, we can anticipate that this place will be thronged with pretty enthusiastic crowds and quite a bit of Olympic spirit. Ivan Watson, CNN, in the Caucasus Mountains.
Well, that's very interesting,
above...
Zach. We have a snow whisperer. I don't know. But what's going on with the whole beard thing?
You know, a lot of people have been asking, and it is an interesting topic. I am one of the students with BSU at the Games who is traveling to the Sochi Winter Olympics.
Oh.
So, you know, they always say you should try to blend in with your surroundings. So, we're trying something new. Don't know where it's going to go and don't know if it's going to stay.
But I like it.
But it's definitely something to give a shot. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we return, we're going to take another look at weather and see more from sports right here at NewsLink, Indiana.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
These are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Get your ass. You're not sitting here.
Yes, I am.
Move. Give it to him hard.
No.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why are you stabbing me with it? No.
They want to help,
Ow.
but don't know how.
Oh, you got...
Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Danse, balance la cadence, on lève bien tes hanches au bal du dimanche. Danse, que la fête commence, dans ma belle robe blanche, je suis ton chou,
You didn't give up on sex? Don't give up on birth control either. There are more methods than you think. Find yours at bedsider.org.
This is NewsLink Indiana.
Welcome back. And you know, Zach, I'm really getting tired of the snow. I don't know about you, but I'm ready for some warm weather.
You know, no doubt warm weather, but the crazy thing is like I mentioned, traveling over to Russia, in Sochi, it was 55 degrees on Monday, and here
it's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
It's warmer over there.
Exactly.
But David, what do we have in store for the weather?
Well, we're going to warm up a little bit, and there's still a little snow in the forecast, but I'll give you a fun fact real quick. Tuesday, when we were barely above zero, Alaska set a record high for the month of January at 63 degrees, so where it's cold here, it's warm there. But if we look right now, we have a little bit of snow pushing through the area. It may not be reaching the ground. It may be reaching the ground. When I was outside earlier, I didn't see any snow, so that's all up to the weather. So Thursday, or tonight actually, 10 p.m., we have the snow pushing through. It's going to move, and then by the time tomorrow morning comes, we should see just overcast skies. And as we move through the afternoon, clouds will still increase, and we'll see a little bit of snow. That was a little glitch that popped up right there, so we're not going to just get bombarded with snow. And as we move into Friday overnight, that's when we're going to see about 1 to 2 inches of snow as it picks up. As it gets earlier into Saturday morning, we're going to have it mix over briefly to sleet and freezing rain. And then as the temperatures increase through the day Saturday, it's going to be all rain. And so as you see, it's going to intensify through the evening. And once it starts to push out of the area, that's when we're going to see a little bit of snow, maybe 1 to 2 inches behind the storm. So Dea, you're not going to get as much snow as what they first forecasted. So you should be happy there. But next Tuesday, that's going to be a different story. Right now, 30 degrees, a southwest wind at 9 miles per hour, making it feel like 22. Though it feels like 22, it's a lot better than what we saw earlier this week. High temperatures across the state. South Bend and Muncie sat at 30. Lafayette and Indianapolis, 33. Bloomington was a warm spot, 36 degrees. And as we move through tonight, not as cold. It's going to be breezy early, but the winds are going to die down. So we'll start out about 15 miles per hour, and it's going to dwindle down to about 5. A low of 21 tonight, and as we move through the evening into tomorrow, variable winds as a warm front sits on top of us, mostly cloudy, 30 degrees for the high. And as we take a look at the 7-day, we're going to have a mix tomorrow, as I mentioned. Sunday and Monday, we're going to turn into a little bit of sun. It's going to be nice. Come Tuesday, that's going to be the next weather system, as it looks like it's going to come through the evening. But right now, it's looking like all snow. But as this storm coming Saturday, we saw it was all snow, but now it's starting to turn into all rain. So who knows what's going to come Tuesday? We'll have to
more
wait.
Snow.
Maybe. It's 5 days out. Weather likes to change, so.
Okay, well, we'll see then.
It is almost February. Coming up in sports, both the men's and women's basketball teams were in action last night. Find out how they fared.
And we will preview the big matchup this weekend for Super Bowl 48. All this next on NewsLink Sports.
Out here, success isn't about getting the highest score. It's about showing off a new kind of trophy, discovering new trails to explore. And it's about looking for a new adventure around every tree. This is my It's More Fun with Friends badge. With hundreds of badges to earn, Scouts learn the best part is the experience. Find your pack at beascout.org.
slow. That's slow. That's slow.
Look, he's blushing.
Seriously. Okay.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
There's no place like home.
Getting home safely is just a click away. But making sure your child is in the right seat is just one of the steps down the road to safer travels.
I don't know how it works.
Find the right seat for your little one's age and size.
We know what you told us.
There's no better way to get home safely. Know for sure that your child is in the right seat. Get all the facts at safercar.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
This is NewsLink Indiana.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Amanda Smith with sports. It was a victorious Wednesday as senior Brandy Woody led Ball State's women's basketball team to a 56-43 win over Western Michigan. The Cardinals, now 4-4 in the MAC, 9-10 overall, have struggled defensively all season to keep teams off the boards. However, they were able to pressure Western Michigan's offense last night, holding the Broncos' top scorer to only 9 points. Woody had 21 points and added a team-high 7 rebounds, along with 2 assists and 1 steal. Sophomore Nathalie Fontaine had 9 points, while junior Shelby Justice chipped in 7. The team will hit the road Sunday for their second crossover divisional game against Kent State. In other news, Ball State's men's basketball team struggled to put points on the board last night in a 73-46 loss on the road to Akron. The Cardinals, now 1-6 in the MAC, 4-4 overall, took on the current Mid-American Conference champions, but were not able to adjust their offense to fit the Zips' tight defensive pressure. Ball State shot only 30% overall and committed a total of 16 turnovers. Senior Majuk led the Cardinals' offense with 15 points, while freshman Xavier Turner finished the night with 9. Ball State will return home to play MAC rival Northern Illinois Saturday. Indiana's own Pacers are in action tonight down at the Banker Life Fieldhouse, where the Phoenix Suns are looking to upset the top-ranked squad. The Pacers, currently 35-9, lead the Eastern Conference and are looking for another win tonight, coming off an impressive 104-92 victory against the Los Angeles Lakers Tuesday. The Suns, who have a top-scoring offense, are trying to push the ball tonight against the Pacers' top-ranked defense. There will be a chess match between Peyton Manning and the Legion of Boom Sunday in the 48th annual Super Bowl. The Seattle Seahawks will take on the Denver Broncos in the final NFL game of the season. Both teams finished regular season play with identical records of 13-3 to claim top seed spots in their respective conferences. So we're looking at a really good matchup, with the biggest difference between the two being exactly how they win. Seattle will be coming into the game with a top-ranked scoring defense in the league, while the other hand, Denver will be playing with a #1 ranked scoring offense. Since these teams are so closely matched, key factors such as special teams are going to be playing a big part in the contest. It's predicted that Seattle's offense will be trying to run the football, which will not only create an opportunity for play-action passing, but is also going to give the Seahawks the opportunity to control the clock. The front four of Seattle's defense are definitely going to be pressuring Peyton Manning, trying to break up the timing between him and his receivers. But the wild card for Denver could be their 2 interchangeable running backs, Noshawn Marino and Monte Ball, catching passes out of the backfield as well as running the football. The biggest factor for the night, though, is going to be the weather. This year's game will be held at the MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where in years past the Super Bowl has been played in much warmer climates. Depending on rain, snow, or shine, each condition could ultimately affect the ultimate outcome of the game.
Amanda, who you got in the game? Who you picking?
I'm going Denver all the way. Peyton Manning's my boy.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we return, we'll wrap things up here. You're watching NewsLink Indiana.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
That's slow. That's slow. That's slow and blue. Seriously? Okay.
Get your ass out. You're not sitting here.
Yes, I am.
Move. Give it to him hard.
No.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why are you stabbing me with it? No.
They want to help,
Ow.
but don't know how. Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Out here, success isn't about getting the highest score. It's about showing off a new kind of trophy, discovering new trails to explore. And it's about looking for a new adventure around every tree. This is my It's More Fun with Friends badge. With hundreds of badges to earn, Scouts learn the best part is the experience. Find your pack at beascout.org.
This is NewsLink Indiana.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Sierra Gillespie. This weekend, Ball State's School of Music has several upcoming performances. Tomorrow at 1 p.m., Ball State's School of Music houses jazz violinist Christian Howes. Howes is ranked as the #1 star violinist in the 2011 Downbeat Critics Poll and will be performing tomorrow for free at Pruce Hall. At 7:30 p.m. this Saturday, Sursa Performance Hall plays host to Muncie Symphony Orchestra. Saturday's Across American Borders performance is one of many in the Music Without Borders series. The pre-concert talk begins at 6:30 p.m. with tickets for BSU students $10 at the door. Make sure to catch tomorrow night's Friday Night Filmworks at Pruce Hall. The event is free to Ball State students and starts at 9 p.m. Tomorrow's presentation is of the Academy Award nominated Captain Phillips. The Tom Hanks film is a front-runner for the Best Picture Award. The Oscars air March 2nd on ABC. Last night, Ball State University's singers performed their spring cabaret show at Sursa Performance Hall. The concert showcased 2 straight hours of the group's show choir routines. 2014 marks the University Singers' 50th anniversary at Ball State, and an upcoming alumni anniversary spectacular is set to perform Saturday, April 12th. Tickets are still on sale for REO Speedwagon's performance next Friday. The classic rock band is set to perform at Emmons Auditorium at 7:30 p.m. Tickets are on sale both at Ticketmaster.com and at the Emmons box office. The band's current tour raises money toward the Rock to the Rescue charity. Proceeds go to those affected by tornadoes and storms throughout the Midwest. That's all for entertainment. Back to you.
Thanks, Sarah. A jazz violinist makes me think of Anchorman and Ron Burgundy. But David, give us a final look at weather as we wrap things up.
Well, it's going to be somewhat nice tomorrow, 30 degrees, warmer than what we have seen. And take a look at Saturday, 40 degrees. That's coming from earlier in the week, about 5 days ago, when we saw a high of 6. It's going to be a mixed precipitation. We're going to see a little bit of rain Saturday, not much in the snow, but as we move through Sunday and Monday, when sunny skies, temperatures in the 20s, Tuesday, we could see possibly a significant snowstorm, but temperatures are going up in the weather models, so that could possibly turn into rain like this weekend's event is. And then after that, we're going to have a very big cool down and talking lows back into the negatives.
Honestly, like I was telling you earlier, I'm ready for some rain. I will take all the rain that we can.
What I want to know is we got Amanda's pick. What are your guys' pick for the Super Bowl?
Denver,
I have to go to Denver. I'm not a Seattle fan.
I'm Peyton Manning all the way.
No doubt, no doubt.
That's what I'm saying.
He definitely did a lot for the Indianapolis Colts, and he's doing a lot for Denver. And from my standpoint, best of luck to him all the way.
Oh yes, I would like to see another Super Bowl ring for him. But that's it for tonight's NewsLink Indiana. We'll be back next week at 9 p.m. right here on Cardinal Vision.
Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Be sure to have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.